Well, we're back. Same day, the 14th, and it's 12:49. The next agenda item is this 1 o'clock PHEP community event, a community event, projected adjournment at 1:30. This should be a really good one. But he's still pissed off. Can you see this? See this? Body language. Look at body language. Right? He's talking to him now. He gave Blanche an earful. Now he's talking to him, right? Body language. He's still angry. So angry that I didn't realize it. I left the recorder on. He's talking to himself during lunch hour. See? He is pissed. And yeah, I kind of lost control. I did. However, I started out being very civil until I got interrupted. And then, oh, who are you talking to now? And then he started getting snarky and with his remarks. He doesn't give a damn who he's talking to. He really doesn't. Okay, let's remind people. He was thrown out of Mako, at a Mako meeting during one of their conventions. They asked him to leave one of the committees that he joined up for. They asked him to leave the room. And I think he left not only the room, but the building. You can tell this, and he's the chair. Look at that. I wonder if his eye is twitching, because his eye twitches when he gets angry. Maybe he's taking something for it. Who knows? But see, I wish I could read lips. I wish I knew somebody to read lips. I would love to know what they're saying, talking about. But I have never, ever, ever seen any county commission act like this. Never. They're very respectful. They're understanding. And I don't know what other words, but this all started, let me tell you, it started going back to Earl Martin, or maybe before then. Earl Martin used to make, I remember somebody from the public said, "I'm sorry, can you speak louder?" We was sitting there, okay? And what did he do, Mr. Martin? He looked at that person and then continued to talk lower. I mean, that's the way some of these commissioners are. And this one takes the cake. This one takes the cake. He's not my slave. Oh, let's smile. Who's this? Oh, I know who this is. This is Jennifer, whatever her name is. Do you see that on the agenda? Do you see any of that information? Okay, should we go and look who PHEP is? Let's go and see it. Well, I like the way this resolution comes up. 2001, I have no idea. Oh, let's look. Where will we find, oh, departments. Okay, here we go. Here it is. Here's the PHEPs. Public Health Emergency Preparedness. Here we are. Okay. Preparedness, Deborah. Staff contact. Oh, how do we get to staff contact? Oh, here we go. Jennifer Robinson. She's the coordinator. Here's another coordinator. Notice this one works for Anaconda Deer Lodge. This one, Anaconda Deer Lodge. You like that? This is the website. If you go in on different apps or whatever, I don't know. I don't know what it's called, but if you go in on different ways, Google, this, that, it comes up differently. You like this? This is why this comes out. Phillipsburg office located in Granite County Courthouse in the basement. I didn't know that. That's interesting. 10 to 2 p.m. on Wednesdays. Huh, I didn't know that. I wonder where they're located in the basement. It used to be in the basement. I don't think they're in the basement anymore, but it used to be. Let's go back. Well, it's 12:55, and there's somebody in there, so they're not going to be cursing me out. Again, just to remind you, he was giving me the finger. You saw that. And he knew I was watching. But it was muted. That's Billy. There's Billy. Does she look pregnant or what? I wonder. Oh, ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Isn't this cute? That's cool. Yeah, that I wouldn't. Well, if she is pregnant, she got on to you know, the county, and she's got insurance now and everything. Isn't that nice? She's got insurance and everything. They didn't even give her 6 month. What is it? A probationary period? Okay, they didn't even give her that. I think she started in January, but the handbook. I would think the handbook, which they're still working on. But everybody else has a 6 month, probation period. Okay, well, let's see. It's 12:56. Let's just keep this going. That's Jennifer. It's going to be interesting to see who else is here. Really going to be interesting. And I'm not even going to participate. You see what happens when you participate. Here, he's still talking. He's still talking, right? Still talking. Oh, Bill, look, look. Oh, wow. Isn't that nice? Look at this. This is, let me give you Jackie Bolster. What did I say this was? Oh, what did I say? A community event. I don't know, was this in the paper? Well, the whole community should be here. Oh, look. Woo-hoo. Here we're getting it ready for this community event. I would assume the place is mobbed. I would love to see how many people showed up for this community event. There she is. So far, it is 12:58, and there's me. There's Billy Ann, Blanche, the commissioner, iPad, the other commissioner here, and Jackie Bolster. So let's see the community. Come on, community. This should be good. 12:58. I don't know if it was in the newspaper. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it was in the newspaper. So everybody can show up. Everybody from the community. How nice. An outreach. Let's see if everybody's in the... Who's there? Yes, indeedy. Well, Jackie Bolster, she's with PHEP. She's attending remotely. I wonder how many people are there. This will be cool. I'd love to see. I'd love to know how many is going to be there. Oh, it's 101. What's happening here? Aren't we turning stuff on? It's 101. Hello.
Recording in progress.
Okay, we're back in session and we're going to talk about PHEP, a community event.
Good afternoon, commissioners. Yes. My name is Jennifer Robinson. I am a wife, mother, and grandmother. I am the PHEP coordinator for Granite County, and PHEP is Public Health Emergency Preparedness. Montana Public Health Emergency Preparedness works to help local and tribal health jurisdictions prepare for and respond to health emergencies in your community. My role through the COVID-19 was not for Granite County at that time. As you know, it was your last PHEP officer. I was hoping he would be here today, but I have not seen him walk in yet. But the role of the PHEP officer through COVID-19 was contact tracing, testing, and working with the business, cleaning, hand sanitations throughout the community to help keep this virus down. What we're going to be talking about today is this meeting probably won't be very long. We're going to be talking about the after action review purpose, some ground rules, and some information that if you guys have any questions for me. The purpose of the after action report brings key community partners together to discuss important elements of the jurisdiction response to anything going on in the community or strengthen your community with the COVID. The ground rules, which there's not many in there. So stay present, share time so that we can all participate, listen with an open mind. right? Respect each other's points of view and comments, and respond as if the scenario is real. So the scenario is just the COVID. We're going to talk about the COVID in the past
Look at
18
this.
months in your community.
Now you don't see anybody but Blanche.
I have my little cheat sheet here. So.
This is a community event. Look at
The
this.
capabilities that I'll be going over is emergency operations coordination, emergency public information and warning, public health surveillance and epi investigation, and non-pharmacy interventions.
Nikki is coming in to watch.
And the emergency operations coordination is the ability to coordinate with emergency management and to direct and support any incident or event with the public health. So the emergency is we're going to be working with the hospitals, the pharmacy, you guys, the public health, everybody, so we can work together on trying to beat this and get through COVID. The key accomplishments and strengths. The accomplishments in your community, we did have some spikes.
Big emergency.
But
you notice this?
What I've seen over in the past 18 months is that the spikes didn't raise real high. I mean, there was some spikes, don't get me wrong, but you guys kind of stay status quo and then you drop really suddenly. Like right now, you guys were 0 cases for a few days. You do have a few now. That's expected because school has started, there's sports and all that. The improvement that we could see is we are working with you guys on like quarantining. We discussed that last week about quarantining, isolation. What are the schools doing? What can the community help with the COVID? And the community, you know, like when I go into the candy shop or like some of the businesses, they have you stop at the door. They have you put on a mask or hand sanitation. I mean, that's awesome. So I see the improvements there, and that's keeping your community safe. The challenges we see in your community is as we discussed last week, a lot of the community members don't want to be quarantined. They don't want to be vaccinated, or they don't want to be told what to do. And we understand that. I mean, I think that's in every community at this time.
The newspaper isn't on this one.
The information, we get the information out to you guys as fast as we can. We, you know, Jackie's working on cases. We get everything over to Billy as soon as we get the information. We do email you guys with any updates or anything you guys ask from us. I'm glad to share everything we can with you guys. Billy does email Jackie and me all the time saying, what's the numbers? What can we put on the website? What can we help our community? And we get that information to Billy.
I don't believe this is an emergency anymore.
Let me see. The public information accomplishments. Working with Billy. We were working with Mike for a while until he retired.
He didn't retire.
But working with the website, it was an older website. We could get the information out and get as current as we could at that time. But now with Billy, we're able to get that up. Within a few minutes, Billy's like all over that, which is amazing. We're very, very happy with this. Some of the improvements is that trying to get the information that the community is asking from us. And it's not just information of how many cases are, what can we do? They're asking questions that we have to do some investigation on because it's a question we haven't heard of yet. And we're trying to get that to the community as fast as we can. See, I'm halfway through. It won't be long. Some of the challenges for this, like I said, was at the beginning of COVID. Your guys' website was an older system. I know that you guys got the new system just a few months ago, which is amazing.
No, the chat is still disabled. This is a community.
So there wasn't much of a challenge after the new system.
Community, whatever.
I haven't seen any challenges. Have you all seen any challenges on the new website on what we could do to update more information on COVID?
No, not at all.
No?
It's all wonderful.
It's right on front. They can click on it, and Billy's got it all organized, and
Billy's got
and there's links so they can get updated information as soon as you get onto it. Yeah, it's updated as the state updates it.
Yep.
The surveillance and epi. So the surveillance, as I was telling you, I was not part of the PHEP surveillance through the major part of it for your county, and that was your last PHEP officer. He was doing the exact same thing we did in Deer Lodge County, is that once a case comes in, we identify that case as a positive case from the hospital or from the state, and then we work that case. What happens is we call that positive case, we ask them all the information we have on our sheets, and then we ask for their close contacts. That is to protect from the spread. I understand some of the people in your county don't give that information. You know, it's their right to not give it, but we do ask for that. And so with this, I know that your last PHEP officer, you know, he sometimes got overwhelmed. Jackie and Deb helped with the cases as well. So they did a phenomenal job. They kept your numbers pretty low through the whole thing. The strengths is that your last PHEP officer, Deb and Jackie, were all over it. As soon as the case came in, they were on it. They were working that case. They talked to the epi up in Helena, which is Rachel Hempstead, I think is how you pronounce her name. And they worked with her on making sure everything was accurate in the state system and everything. So that was a great accomplishment. Some of the improvements was once the case was closed, your last PHEP officer did bring all the information over to Deb because he did not have access to the state website. So Deb would have to put all the information into the site. So it kind of double working the case in a sense for Deb. And so now that I'm your PHEP officer, I do have access to that site. So Deb or Jackie, you know, and Jackie also has it, so she can put information in there. So there's no backlogging or getting that information in there at a later date. Some of the challenges that we've noticed with the epi is that sometimes it takes 24 hours for us to see a positive case in the system. So that person has been told to stay home, but their family might be going out and in the house until we call them. We have buttoned that up. The hospital does contact Deb within, I'd say, an hour or two after the positive case has been confirmed, and Deb and Jackie are all over it. I mean, when I was working the cases a few weeks ago, we were all over it. Everything's contained that day. So we didn't have to worry about anybody being out in the community. Do you guys have any questions right now?
So on the website, it says current active case is 9.
Yes. I know just at lunchtime when I went and got a Mountain Dew, I believe there was one more that had come in. I haven't confirmed it. Deb hasn't told me, but I believe there's 9 to 10. Yes.
So then when you hear that, you'll go on the website. And
she sends it to me and I go.
Oh, you
yeah,
update
she
it.
does. We don't have access to the website. I think that's too many hands in the pot. I like that there's just only one person. Yeah. So yes, as soon as Jackie confirms that, then yes, she immediately emails Billy.
And then if they ever have information that they want shared with the public, they send it to me, and then I go in and I post it on that public banner.
Yes.
Billy does.
So the non-farm part of it is the isolation, the quarantine, the restrictions, the social distancing, and the documentation, hygiene, and the precautionary behaviors. And that's pretty much everything I've been talking about this whole time is that we need to isolate the positives, which we are. Quarantining, we are recommending it per the conversation last week's. We are telling people if they're isolated, that's a positive case, to not travel. Don't go nowhere, you know, but some people think, oh, we can still go on our trip. We still ask people to social distance. And, you know, today I was walking through your community downtown and I was so happy to see people, families were together. You know, the moms and dads were holding kids' hands. You don't want them running out in the street. But the next group behind them were 6, 8, 10 feet behind them. And it was amazing. And I love that in your guys' community. Documentation, like I said, Jackie and Deb are working phenomenal on the cases. I am so tickled pink with how they're just getting everything done within that day. Again, the hygiene. I went and got the Mountain Dew, and there's hand sanitations. Everybody walked in, and hand sanitized, and then they went and did their thing. I was so proud of this town. Some of the strengths is what I just said. The hand sanitation, people are distancing, which is amazing. The one thing I did see that could be improved, and I know it'd be kind of hard, is that some of the one restaurant that's only open, the Mexican place, Kiki's, I don't know how to pronounce it. When I walked in there, the people in the line were like just so close to each other, and I'm like, and somebody was coughing. I'll step back 5 feet more, you know.
She hasn't hit the bars, has she?
So I think if we could just talk to the businesses and just reassure them that, you know, have a little distance. If you're not going to have the mask, at least have some distance in the standing of waiting to order your food.
Definitely has.
And I think that's the only business that you have to stand and order your food, is it not? Because I think Doe Brothers, you sit down.
Well, the Sunshine Station, you go up there and order your food from you.
Yeah.
Is it? I haven't been in the Sunshine Station since they remodeled it.
Ooh.
So that's
Yeah.
my only thing on the strength is that just maybe,
Been into the
you know,
White
distancing the lines a little
The
bit.
brewery.
That would be a challenge because I know the way that some of the tables are set up, you can't really distance them. But working with the business, I think, will help improve that. Developing a corrective action, so like improving this for the next, from now going forward. You know, I know a lot of the business have plans and policies and procedures and ordinance with your guys' ordinance as well. I know, like I said, some of them hand sanitize as soon as you walk in. Some of them still require masks and stuff like that. We are offering, I will offer training to any businesses that want, if they don't understand what all we're asking. I mean, it's just a recommendation on the distancing and the mask and stuff like that. We can surely help them with looking into how they can get some hand sanitation stations. I know a lot of that's sold out, but we could surely refer them to some of the medical sites that we use. Maybe they could get some that way as well. Do you guys have any questions for me right now? I mean, I'm just going through my little sheets as fast as I can here, because I know it's a beautiful day and it's warm in this room.
Notice.
So that's
is
what I wanted to talk to you
That's
guys
what the
about,
sound
is
is.
your guys' strengths, the weaknesses, and what can we do to help improve your community.
Chairman Iport.
And so-
that's where it's coming from.
Do you guys have any recommendations? What do
Well, I
you
think
guys?
you're doing good.
Well, thank you.
So what do you think, like, for the Sunshine Station? I don't know if it's a matter of they just don't have a waitress. But, I mean, maybe do we need to go,
What
or
is it? Is
does
there
that
any
maybe
public
go
comment?
visit with them and say, hey, we noticed that you're
No.
too close together, would be the Sunshine Station and Kiko's?
Yeah, I could.
Do you have
go-
any of those stickies for their floors?
No, I don't. But let me see if I can get some for their
I mean,
floor.
this is
That might just be
something that-
to offer up.
Yeah, I could look into that and offer it. I could go talk to them and see if
And
they would
like
like
I
something
noticed
like that.
that, like Sunshine Station, the employees don't wear masks either, and I didn't notice any at Kiko's either, so.
I didn't notice any Kiko's either, because that's where I got my drink today. But I know when you're standing there getting your order, the waitress takes your order and it's, you know, within like 2 minutes you're done ordering and you go sit down. So say floor steps. Recommend staff wearing masks. I mean, I'd have to talk to the manager, the owner.
So you just
yourself as a resource.
A
Yeah,
recommendation.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure the account that we're just, seeing.
as a recommendation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, it'll be just a recommendation. I'm not gonna tell them what to do.
Recommendation.
I'll just recommend.
Mhm.
Or just offering yourself as a resource if they need help in any way or
Yeah, 'cause
want help.
There's a lot in this community that I don't think they realize that I'm the new FEP coordinator.
Oh,
I
thought
think
they'll
they
be
still
here.
think that your last PHEP coordinator
I
is
thought
still the
this
one
was
that they
this,
can go talk
what
to. I'm
this
not for
meeting was
sure.
for.
But yeah, I could surely get information out to the businesses. I write up a
I thought
letter
it was
and
gonna be in the
hand deliver to
newspapers,
them.
too.
Might even want to put something in the Phillipsburg paper that your ours in the back. Put your name, number
I
on
thought
there
this was
for
gonna be
in
in
case
the
somebody wanted to
paper.
call and ask you something.
It's a community effort.
That's actually a great idea. I'll do that. I'll put a
I
letter in
thought
the
this was
paper.
a meet and greet.
We can or whatever, we can do it.
Yeah, we can do that. I can work.
Put it in and just put your number on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I can, the PHEP coordinator's cell phone number, it's 559-7694. Call me anytime.
Oh,
That's
is
what
it
that
there?
phone number's
Oh,
for,
I
is
believe it's there.
for the
On
Granite
the
County.
website. Oh, cool.
I have enjoyed working with you guys on the PHEP.
course I
The PHEP
enjoyed.
report is due October 15th, and it's almost done. This is the biggest portion of this PHEP report I have to do is this after action report. And that's why I wanted to have it done
Now,
prior
one
to.
word from Jackie
I'm not gonna
Bolster.
wait till the last minute to do it, that's for sure.
One word.
I'm definitely not that.
She's a coordinator.
Any public comment?
I didn't know we had two coordinators. And then we have a public health nurse who's not there either. Any public comment? We're for it.
Oh, sweet. Do you guys have any comments for me?
No,
Chat is
No?
closed.
I like your guys' comment. I wrote them all down, so I will definitely work with Billy on getting something in the paper.
Those
And-
9 new cases, are they young people or just?
some of them are.
Yes, I believe there's school age kids.
I
School
believe.
I believe there's school age
They're
ones in
school
that
age
mixture.
kids.
So I think it's school age all the way up to, I believe, 70. So it's the
I
whole
believe
spectrum.
up to 70.
Yeah.
I believe.
And I don't know if they have, if it's Delta variant or what. We won't
We
know
don't know what
that
they have either.
for a few weeks if it's been sent to the state. We won't know.
Probably is.
That's what I'm thinking is that the Delta is pretty strong in our state now. So.
Oh, Delta is very strong. Is a mute too.
All right. Well, I'm good then. Thanks,
you very
y'all.
much.
Thank you.
See, it was
Yeah,
less than
thanks.
30 minutes.
Yeah, check out that news thing.
I am. I wrote it down. I'm actually gonna go downstairs and look at it right now.
Oh, really? What
Yeah.
news thing?
So that news thing, that's the what, 13,000 out of how many people?
No,
No,
not that one, the therapeutics one.
the therapeutic instead of doing the vaccine. That's what the health officials in Missoula are doing.
Oh,
They said it on the
good.
news this morning, and I'm like, so I didn't even see it. So I'm gonna go downstairs and look real
I
quick.
looked on the NBC one, there wasn't nothing on there, but I don't think nothing.
Right. I'm gonna go look. I'm gonna go downstairs and watch it and see what, because I have the news site right there. What I'd like to know is if each of you could just sign here, showing that you guys are part of this
We
meeting.
can stamp it too.
Stamp it? That would even be better. If you guys just sign your name on this first sheet for me.
Stamp it. Oh, how nice. We'll
Thank
stamp
you.
it.
Yeah.
Good. Like they stamped
I
everything
saved this
else.
slideshow. I didn't go through the slideshow, as you guys can see. I did a beautiful presentation slideshow for you guys today.
Yeah.
Well,
But since it was just you guys, I saved it on this desktop, so if the
Okay.
commissioners want to see it and read it or whatnot, you can have it. It's just directly on your on your desktop.
Oh,
Perfect.
how nice.
You're
Since you're
welcome.
all-
Thank
it's
you
all the
all.
Commissioners.
Thank you.
okay, if there's no comments, we're gonna adjourn.
Wait a minute.
Goodbye.
Hey,
Record.
you creep. How do you like that? I couldn't even get there quick enough to comment. Goodbye. That's how you goodbye. That's how they ended. Goodbye.